By the mid-'80s, electronic music was everywhere, and the Human League were at the center of it. But Annie Lennox didn't see them as pioneers. She saw them as pretenders. She once dismissed their style as factory-produced synth pop, computer music for people afraid of real innovation. While Lennox and Dave Stewart used synthesizers as expressive instruments, she accused the Human League of treating them like jukeboxes. At a 1983 expo, she even avoided their booth entirely, telling her engineer, "I won't be associated with people who mistake programming for playing." Number 6. Bananarama. The rivalry that kicked it all off was with fellow British pop trio Bananarama. On the surface, both acts were successful, but behind the scenes, Lennox bristled at what she saw as the group's manufactured femininity. According to insiders, Annie once watched their cruel summer video and snapped, "They're playing dress-up dolls for male executives. It's everything I've been fighting against." While Lennox demanded artistic control and fought against stereotypes, she accused Bananarama of reinforcing them. At a 1984 award show, witnesses say Lennox even refused to acknowledge the trio, later telling journalists, "I won't validate approaches that set women back decades." Number 5. Wham! Next up, Annie's sharp words cut into one of the most popular acts of the '80s, Wham! Her issue wasn't with George Michael's talent, but with the band's holiday brochure approach to pop. After hearing Club Tropicana, Lennox allegedly scoffed, "They've turned music into a travel ad. Where's the intelligence? Where's the challenge?" While Wham! Embraced fun, escapist pop, Lennox accused them of creating musical fast food, catchy but disposable. When George Michael once tried to chat with her backstage, she reportedly turned away coldly, telling her manager later, "I don't discuss craft with people who treat it like a game." Number 4. Spandau Ballet fashion-forward, image-obsessed, and leaders of the New Romantic movement. Spandau Ballet were everything Annie Lennox despised. To her, their music came second to their wardrobe. After one performance, Annie reportedly remarked, "They've confused being in a band with being in a photo shoot. Music is their afterthought." For Lennox, Spandau Ballet symbolized what she called style magazine pop, flashy looks, empty songs, and image over authenticity. At one London venue, she even walked out during their sound check, declaring, "I won't share a stage with people who think looking good equals being good." Number 3. Culture. Club Few rivalries were as personal as Annie Lennox versus Boy George and Culture Club. Both artists challenged gender norms, but in radically different ways. Lennox believed Boy George turned androgyny into a carnival act. After watching Do You Really Want to Hurt Me, she reportedly told her team, "This isn't liberation, it's exploitation." For Annie, her gender-bending style was about truth and identity. She saw Culture Club as using it for shock value and marketing. At a charity event in 1984, she even refused to appear on stage alongside them, later saying, "I won't legitimize someone who treats serious identity issues like costume parties." Boy George later admitted he was hurt by her rejection, calling her judgmental and cold. But Annie never softened her stance. Number 2. The Human League. By the mid-'80s, electronic music was everywhere, and the Human League were at the center of it. But Annie Lennox didn't see them as pioneers. She saw them as pretenders. She once dismissed their style as factory-produced synth pop, computer music for people afraid of real innovation. While Lennox and Dave Stewart used synthesizers as expressive instruments, she accused the Human League of treating them like jukeboxes. At a 1983 expo, she even avoided their booth entirely, telling her engineer, "I won't be associated with people who mistake programming for playing." Number 1. Tears for Fears. And finally, the band that earned Annie Lennox's ultimate contempt, Tears for Fears. At first glance, both acts seemed aligned, exploring themes of psychology and emotion. But Annie wasn't impressed. After hearing Mad World, she allegedly told a studio engineer, "They're treating therapy like a trend. Real emotional depth doesn't come with a psychology textbook." To her, Roland Orzabal and Kurt Smith weren't bearing their souls. They were dabbling in pseudo-intellectual posturing to impress critics. While Lennox poured raw personal struggles into her art, she saw Tears for Fears as exploiting mental health themes for commercial gain.
Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon.